Ladies and gentlemen, dear entrepreneurs, I welcome you all to Istanbul. I know I stand between you and the coffee break, and it was a long session, so I'm gonna keep very brief. As the founder of Turkey's largest internet holding group, including the leading e-commerce platform Hepsiburada, I am a technology enthusiast. Think everything we have gained over the last 20 years. We are more connected, billions of people have access to valuable information that would have been impossible without the digital revolution. From developments in biotech to artificial intelligence, technology saves lives, increases productivity, makes it easier to reach the information, enables us to find the product we want and the cheapest price in seconds, makes it possible for the entire world to get connected with each other. None of us would go back and give away the benefits of digitalization. On the other hand, digitalization and related but independent transformations in life sciences, materials, space technologies pose unprecedented social and personal dilemmas. The problems range from the assault on privacy to the manipulation of electoral choices, from autonomous AI taking over human choice to automation eradicating millions of jobs. What we read, what we like to eat, who are our friends, what we buy, where do we plan to travel, and even what we did last night. Everything about us is one way or another public. Some of the information is public because we like to share it, and some is public because there are crawlers following us so they can feed information into the algorithms that can then decide which product is the right one for us, or which insurance policy is suitable for us, or what news we should read. After almost 2 decades into the digital revolution, it seems most of us are comfortable with this, or at least we are okay with this. We tolerate when our data is used for micro-segmented advertising push, but we are not okay and we don't want to tolerate when our data is used to feed us news or to shape or even manipulate our political opinion. So, when we think about social impact of digitalization, we need to imagine and project how our human and social structures can, should, and will adapt the transformation that lay ahead. We don't need to be a social luddite and go around spreading doom and fear that robots will take away all jobs, or we don't need to be a dreamer claiming that unmonitored, unregulated technology will solve everything. Neither of those altitudes help. Technology and human society evolve together, and their paths are interwoven. And here are some of the questions we should look for answers. Who will be the beneficiary of our data and the AI technology? Will we use big data and AI for profit maximization of a handful of companies, or for the larger societal benefit and good? How will we secure the accountability and monitoring of AI technologies? How will we make sure our regulatory bodies have the expertise and resources to understand the impact of these technologies on the society as a whole? How will we deal with the monopolization of information flow? How will we reform our judiciary system to take into account these groundbreaking technologies? And to some extent, what will be the ethical rules for developing and applying these technologies? We constantly hear about automation and the inevitable income inequality and loss of jobs. Some argue that in the next 10 years, 10 million jobs will be lost only in US due to AI technologies. If we can produce the same wealth with less human effort, in the aggregate that has to be good news. So why are we all so scared? Because we have deeply ingrained norms about how we share the value we create. You get paid on the marginal productivity that you create, and the marginal productivity is measured in a certain way that does not take into account any emotional benefits. Then there is the moral element which goes beyond economics. In almost all societies, having a job is part of one's dignity. We assign a moral value to having a job. So even if we could redistribute income, there would be the burden of social stigma. That value system would have to change, and it can change. Maybe we will start measuring unemployment differently. Maybe we all need to work less anyhow. Or maybe unemployment will not be a significant indicator of economic health. Minimum wage can be replaced with guaranteed wage. So one can imagine in a society where digitalization moves apace, but the economic distribution system evolves and the stigma of joblessness recedes and we reach a new social equilibrium. In simpler words, what I'm trying to say, the loss of jobs doesn't mean we're gonna be poorer, because at the end technology enables to create wealth. All we need to do is to redistribute that wealth and to change some of our social norms and economic measurements. It is this kind of exercises of intertwined technological and social change that we need to undertake. The title of my speech is Digital Revolution and Social Impact. There is no doubt digital revolution has impacted and will continue to do so our social values. The challenge ahead of us is to make sure we do not slow down or hurt the speed of innovation, but at the same time to make sure that we have the right legal, regulatory, ethical frameworks to keep the potential harm to the society at a minimum. In doing so, starting with the political leadership, all civil society, businesses, as an ecosystem as a whole, we need to be courageous, think out of box, discuss openly and candidly to create new social and economic contracts that do take into account the technological transformation ahead of us. Thank you for listening to me.